I had a car accident and I couldn't sit or stand for more than 15 minutes. So I started meditation lying down in bed, and now, power of meditation, I can sit for 2 hours on the floor. I mean, that was like, I didn't think in a million years that I could ever do that.
In my lower L3, L4, I was having an issue. It's completely been cured with regular meditation.
In 2012 August, I got an injury, ligament injury, and it was a complete tear. Slowly and gradually, my walking has been stopped and I was on bed. That physiotherapy, I started walking, but it is somewhere in mind that I could not sit on the floor. For the past 12 years, I did not sit on the floor, but after attending your sessions, I don't know from where that energy has come into my body, and I started sitting on the floor. Right now, I'm sitting on the floor with my legs crossed.
So all my sugar levels, BP levels got reduced. It is a miracle because when I went to my doctor a couple of weeks before with my blood routines, she got surprised because I used to take some medication for sugars. Now there is no sugar.
Sleeping disorder disappeared. Actually, 1 year I was not able to sleep. Only when I came to this meditation, I slept well. My rheumatoid arthritis was very high. Even that was recovered. Then spondylitis. I was doing my meditation, even that was disappeared.
I used to carry a lot of my conditions, like my migraine, the bronchitis, where I was struggling to breathe. I used to carry inhalers all the time. End of those 40 days, all of that was gone. I mean, I realized there was not even a single episode.
I'm grateful to Barney Madam. I was having some hormonal imbalance issue, and she has suggested me to meditate in Pyramid Valley for 11 days. That intense meditation helped me to understand myself. I have developed that connection with my own self that helped me to come out of my health challenges.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Thank you for joining today's session. We'll be starting with the meditation process, and then Chandra sir will be coming back with the wisdom sharing. So let's go into meditation. As seen in the poster, sit comfortably. If you have spectacles, remove your spectacles. Then observe your normal, natural breath. No forceful inhalation or exhalation. If you have thoughts, bring your attention back to your breath. And slowly, the thoughts will disappear and then go into emptiness. Okay, dear friends, if you have spectacles, remove your spectacles. Close your eyes, relax.
be with our breath. The breath is our own doorway into our own greatness. Unless we go through the breath, we cannot access our own greatness.
Be with your breath, dear friends. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe your breath, your mind slowly becomes less and less of thought. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that calmness inside of you, all around you. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are thinking, go back to observing your breath, dear friends. yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience deeper calmness. Within you. Allow yourself to experience that calmness within you, all around you. As your mind is becoming empty, all the liberated energy is channelized into the present moment. You develop greater awareness, mindfulness. As thoughts become lesser and lesser, your body functions at its natural best. Be with your breath. It is natural to have thought. If you recognize you are thinking, gently go back to observing your breath. And slowly go into that calmness. That emptiness of no body, of no thing. emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy with infinite possibilities. The field of all connection. The field of intelligence. The longer you stay aware of this calmness, emptiness, the more you receive from it. Yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. Perceive your greater mind, that awareness. The longer you are with it, with this emptiness, the nothingness, the more intuitive you become, the more connected you feel. And the more experience experiences you draw into your life. Friends, at this time, I would like you to express gratitude. Gratitude to all things and everyone. Can you express gratitude to your parents for giving you this beautiful connection to life? Be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. For knowledge is precursor to experience. Be grateful to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, for helping you learn many things, experience many things. Your gratitude to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, for all the beauty, energy, mystery, and more in your life. Gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the system, the governments, the companies that make our life so comfortable. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you and caring for others, and to this intelligent universe, the quantum field of energy, for helping us experience this life. Many are not so blessed. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body as you relax. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes.
Okay, friends. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation session. So happy morning and happy evening to all of you. A very warm welcome to the Blossom program. So please type in chat, how was your meditation experience? And we'll start with the topic for today. Yes, this chat is open for everyone. Wonderful. Yes, Sonalji. Yes, also always Javeria ji is excellent. Okay, wonderful. Feeling light, awesome, calm. Okay, awesome. So this wanted to ask you two questions, but yes, not right after the meditation, but still. So how many of you feel, even you have slept well, I mean, before you started your meditation journey itself, you have slept well or you have rested well, but still you feel tiredness or fatigue even after resting, right? Or how many of you have felt mentally exhausted even without doing much? Still, you feel because here it's so exhausted, so you feel tired and you want to rest or sleep for some more time, right? Or you had a good hours of sleep, but morning you get up and then you feel that heaviness in your head or tiredness, right? So we can all relate to it. I'll come back to the questions in the chat at the end. I know Sukiji has mentioned on the left side of my back and restlessness, felt pain. I'll come back to all that. And synchronicity with my breath, awesome. Yes. Okay. So we all understand this, right, friends? So fatigue or feeling tired, at least for me, after coming into meditation, I understood that it is not because of any kind of a work or physically I'm drained out. It is just because of the unwanted thoughts and emotions, what I'm carrying along with it, right? So once you have that awareness, then things change. So your life is not just driven by time, and it is just driven by the energy, and it is up to us. We want to expand our energy or drain our energy. Okay, so your sometimes when you are it need not be any physical danger as such. If you someone is you go to the office and your boss is all ready to just blast at you, and you feel your heart racing, the breathing fast, or you're just preoccupied, then listening to whatever they are saying, you're just preoccupied with your own assumptions and conclusions and judgments, right? So actually there is no physical danger there, but your body, your mind, it's everything is reacting as if there is some physical danger happening, right? So what this means is actually not stress, but your body is going into the survival mode. So we will come to that, we will understand this more deeply. Now I'll put up few slides. So for example, now just simple as that, your mobile, when it is at 5%, okay, the charge, 5% battery charge, so and you run some heavy apps to it, will it run? No, right? When the battery is low. So then when your body is at 5%, when our body is in that state, we expect that we want peak performance from it, right? So that awareness is not there, that we need to manage, we need to take care of our internal battery too. That's not there. So that's why, like, two people are there, because everything, the stress, whatever we go through, it's a perception problem, it's not a situation problem. Through this program Blossom, and through the next 40-day program, we'll understand it very, very deeply. It's just our perception. We feel, if when we feel that it is stress, then we take it up, but we blame it to the situation, or we blame it to the people. Okay, because of you I'm feeling stressed, or because of this situation I'm feeling stressed, or we blame it to the higher intelligence itself. What is this, you're giving me so much of stress, right? But actually stress is a perception problem, not a situation problem. So let me put up few slides. Okay. Yes. So, Kiran sir or Sonal ma'am, I'm in another system in India. So, if you can share that stress related slide, otherwise, I will just walk through.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So, there is something called physical stress, which is because of the danger, the physical danger, what I spoke about, right? If you're a mother, for example, this is a real life case study also. A mother is going there and she sees her child stuck under a car. Okay, so what happens is the cortisol and the adrenal is developed, is produced, is generated in plenty, because she's seeing the physical danger happening to a child, and because of that she gets that immense stress, immense strength, that she's able to lift that car itself so that she can pull out her child. Okay, where does that come? That strength comes at that moment because she's in that survival mode. We all have the survival mode because of our evolutionary memories, right? What we got in previous times. So because of that, she gets that physical strength at that moment to because of those chemicals produced in plenty, and she's able to save a child, which is perfect for that moment because of a physical danger. And your nervous system is able to protect, to bring you to the mode of safety, and it is bringing you this solution. That is fine. But there is something called mental stress. So what happens during mental stress is, you're going, like the example which I spoke about, your boss is waiting to give you, tell you whatever possible, which for something what you have not done, what you are not responsible itself for a challenge, and he is just blasting at you. Okay, so then what you take is, your body, the nervous system doesn't differentiate between a physical danger and this emotional danger. It will take it as if it is a physical danger happening to you. So again, it will put you back into the survival mode, which is not at all needed in this situation. So unnecessary produce of heavy dosage of cortisol, adrenaline, right? So this is what happens during the mental stress. So, but during mental stress, you are not required to go to the survival mode itself. Thank you, Kiran sir. So then the studies lot of studies were done based on this, and they came to a conclusion that most of the illness is because of stress. It is psychosomatic. The root cause is there, right? So yes, next slide. So we spoke about the physical stress and the mental stress, and there is something called the chemical stress, which is produced because of the chemicals, right? But here, mental stress, more about the mental stress, what is seen in the slides. We understand, how many of you have are experiencing this, or before pre-meditation you had this fear of blame? What do we don't even talk, we don't even express properly because of fear of blame, right? What is happened? What if they think like this? What if they conclude like this? Yes, right? Please, the chat is open for everyone. You can choose everyone there and answer. Yes. And then pleasing people. Apart from, we will talk about the flight and fight mode. Okay, any situation, let it be a physical danger or let it be an emotional challenge, any situation, we go into a flight mode. That is, flight mode is we try to avoid that or run away from that situation. Or fight mode, fight, we tend that anger, lot of thing that comes in. But there is also something called an other response. Now what they have got is fight, flight, and freeze and flop response also. Nowadays the studies have brought those response also in place, which is because of, and there is that is one concept, is because of pleasing people attitude. We try to please people, we don't, so we can't say no to them, we don't go into, so that is also one kind of a mode, which is called the flop, right? So we try to please people and we take in lot of stress. Why stress? Because we don't want to actually do that, or we don't want to say those words, or we don't want to be in that situation, but still just to please others we do those things. So then also your body takes in that stress, right? So here, flight and fight mode, what happens during the fight and flight mode is we have something called the autonomic nervous system, ANS, right? ANS functions with two these things, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So what happens is, when you are in fight or flight mode, even if it is physical danger, yeah, activating your sympathetic nervous system helps. Like the example which I gave you, a mother getting the physical strength of lifting the car itself to save her child, right? So the cortisol and adrenaline dumped into the body is more sympathetic. But unnecessary, unwantedly, in everyday life, when you go into this mode, because of your, there is not much of emotional regulation because of that mental stress. When you go into it and these cortisol and adrenaline produced much, which is not necessary, it's going to affect our nervous system, right? Our body is reacting to a mental stress in the same way as a physical stress, physical danger. It's reacting in the same way. So then what happens? The amygdala, amygdala is the part in the limbic brain, which is the feeling center, or even it is called the fear center. It is more active. So through meditation, what happens is, sympathetic nervous system, it is for the danger. That parasympathetic nervous system, it is for rest and digest. So sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system should be in balance actually. But what happens even for simple things, like before that person is going to say something, okay, we are thinking, okay, I'm going to get it from them, he's going to say something now, or I'm not going to do this exam properly, or I'm not going to speak up. All this stress, what happens? It will activate the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic goes down, right? Which is not required in our day-to-day life. And the amygdala, it unnecessary, it hijacks, right? Because of the prefrontal cortex, which is very weak before meditation. And of course, the studies have shown that for meditators, this prefrontal cortex is strengthened. Every time you meditate, it is strengthened. And the amygdala, the feeling center, the fear center, it's reduced, it shrinks. So what happens for meditators or who do regular and who are consistent and regular in their practice, during any situation like this, we don't take up that any kind of mental strength. You pause, you reflect, and you respond to the situation, not react to the situation. How many of you have are experiencing this after coming into meditation? Please type in yes or no in the chat. You don't unnecessarily react, you respond, because you are now able to stay calm during that situation, pause and reflect. Even if it takes few seconds, you're able to pause and respond to it. Awesome. Wonderful to see so many yes there yes, in the chat box, right? So what happens is meditation helps to make the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system in balance, right? So when it is really needed, like any kind of a physical danger, only then the sympathetic is more active, which is needed at that time. Otherwise, your body understands now the difference and it stays calm. It is able to pause, reflect, and respond, which invariably it lowers the stress, right? It deactivates the flight and fight mode. Yes, now I got the word. Pleasing people, there is something called fawn response, FAWN, fawn response. That is what the recent studies have said. So that also it's put into a category that it produces stress. Just simply doing it for pleasing people, any kind of work, any kind of action you take just to please people, that is called a fawn response, which is equal to this flight and fight mode, fawn mode, that is called, where your sympathetic nervous system is activated more. That's what the recent studies have said, right? So why? Because it activates the parasympathetic nervous system to bring that calmness, to rest, to pause, reflect. And of course, when the parasympathetic nervous system is also in balance, there is a lot of increase in the feel-good hormones, right? I'm sure many of your colleagues or your family members or your friends would have noticed this change in you. At least for me, after some time in meditation, they said some situation comes, the way you stay calm, and of course a non-meditator, the way they are reacting, the same situation, but the two people, how they reacting, they would have told you, how are you able to stay calm at this situation, right? For me, recently, I reside in Middle East, so you know what is happening there in the recent times, right? So but still, thanks, I have heartfelt gratitude to this meditation practice, because of which we were able to stay calm right from the beginning and think of solutions alone, right? This is what meditation will do to you. For example, two employees are there, Okay, two people, both are trying for a deal and they lose a deal. Two, they both lose a deal. But one, they panic. What is this? What is happening? They take in lot of immediately the sympathetic nervous system is active because they're taking in that mental stress, and but the nervous system, our nervous system considers it to be a physical danger. So one person then goes into the panics and goes into the stress mode, fight mode or a flight mode. Okay, but the other one, okay, I lost the deal, is a meditator, of course. He pauses and he reflects, he or she, right? And he reflects, okay, what is the next step? What can I do next? Then that goes into, that is called growth, right? Because the parasympathetic nervous system has not given up, it stays in balance. Okay, so there is a lot of feel good hormones produced, and then this person thinks about the solution. What are the next steps? Immediately they go into that mode. So here, friends, situation is the same, but the way the response is different, right? That's why I said in the beginning, that's what the studies also say, that stress is a perception problem, not a situation problem. But we do this blame game. We blame it on the situation, or we blame it blame it on some other people, or we blame it on the higher intelligence itself. It can be God or the higher power, whatever you believe in, right? So yes, uh, thank you, Kiran sir. So mental rumination. Why mental rumination is mentioned here? Meditation reduces mental rumination is because through these kind of situation, when we are going into the survival mode, now and then when we are going into that mode, the memories are stored very, very strongly in us. That's why many of the beginners who have just started this journey, in their meditation also they feel that past memories, lot of memories are coming during the meditation time itself, because meditation first, what it does, it is goes into this cleaning process, cleansing process. It takes away what is not necessary, those memories what is not necessary for you, which doesn't serve you. Okay, because of this mental rumination which we carry, which we occur and which we store, right, in the subconscious mind, it all comes to the surface to go off. So that is what it does. So once when you are not reacting to the situation itself, so that your body, your mind, it understands that that is not needed for you, that is not needed to be stored in your mind, then that is then and there dropped off. We don't carry then any kind of memories which doesn't serve us. We don't carry any kind of unwanted, unnecessary memories in us. So that's why, that's how meditation reduces. Even when I started with long hours of meditation, I saw a lot of things which I never thought I still had in my mind. Those memories were coming up when I was meditating to the surface. I'm sure many of you would have experienced this by now, right? It comes on to the surface. Why it comes that time? It's just to go off from you. It comes to the surface and it fades away, right? And then, yes, when the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system is in balance, we call that as homeostasis state. Okay, so the physical body is back in its homeostasis states, and when that this state is maintained, then we are relieved of any kind of a illness. We don't drop a seed for any kind of a illness there. Okay, so yes, we will go more into it in detail in our 40-day program, which is going to start, the quantum program. Not sure if it this was announced. The next 40 days, starting from 20th, they will be announcing our host and facilitator. So we will go more deeper into this concept, okay, and the energy also, how we drain energy and how we can expand our energy. Of course, meditation, it expands our energy, but how to retain that with open eyes too, right? It's not just only during our meditation we raise our vibration, we raise our energy, but what about the rest of the hours, when our eyes are open and when we are involved in our day-to-day activity? How we can transform those that practice what we do with closed eyes, that those benefits, how we can reap that even with our open eye? All these details we will go deeper into it in our 40-day program, which is just starting after the Blossom program, friends. Okay, so just also wanted to, one of the main practice which we can do to retain the energy or to expand our energy is right speech. Okay, so that we can all follow from this moment onwards if we are not doing it already. Right speech, right? Even meditation helps you in this aspect. Like when you are, that's why we pause and reflect when any situation comes. Reacting is not just by out of fear, out of your speech also, just saying unnecessary unwanted words which are not required at that time. That is also, you go into this survival mode, you either, it is a fight mode basically. So right speech is very important, which meditation will bring you by making you pause and reflect when it is needed, so that the right words come out later. So Jesus Christ, he says, what goes then what goes into the mouth, what comes out of the mouth is very, very important, and it's very vital. So that is what it is, which we can start practicing, and more details of this you will understand this in depth in our 40-day program. So just a line at the end, I wanted to express it to you all. You don't need to control life. You need to tell your body that I am safe. This affirmation, because whatever this sympathetic nervous system, whatever that is all doing is to keep you safe. It is just trying to keep you safe. Your subconscious mind role is just to keep you safe. It doesn't understand any other. There is no logic. It doesn't understand logic. Okay, so this affirmation itself, sometimes during this time, and just observing your breath, even with closed eyes, when you feel some low emotions raising up, then you just, even with open eyes, when you're talking to someone also, just try this, just observe your breath for some few seconds, that immediately this homeostasis is maintained, right? And of course, with your regular practice itself, this will come naturally to you, to all of us. Okay, friends. So, Nidhi ma'am, any announcement for today?
No, ma'am. We have one question in the chat.
Yes.
I'm scared of sitting for meditation as the thoughts scare me. I'm trying to meditate since 1 year in vain.
Okay, Soumya ji, I don't know if you can come and speak here. Is she still there in the meeting? Because I wanted to understand more about what kind of... Yes. Yes, Soumya ji. So 1 year, I want to first understand what is the practice you're doing, meditation itself, what practice, and then what kind of thoughts. Is it related to your day-to-day present moment or anything from the past?
I guess she left.
She's here. I can see her here. Okay, maybe. Okay. Okay. Soumya ji, I wanted to just understand more, and you can talk to your facilitator, whoever is in the group. But what I understand is that's what, like I said, initially when you are sitting, like when I was attending those long hours in the retreat, long hours of meditation when I was doing in the retreat, lot of thoughts will come, your past memories also, or about the future worries also, it will come. But later I understood that it was coming, then it was going on. But after the meditation sitting itself, I felt calmness, that relaxation was happening, because they all come. So for nothing will be stored deeper inside, in the deepest level of your subconscious mind also. What doesn't serve you, those memories will not stay when you are meditating regularly, because you are going to the deepest level during your meditation session, right? Alpha, theta, delta state, and even gamma, right? So when you go, you clear off those memories, and then so that is what is happening. And even practicing with your open eyes, uh, just observing your breath now and then will help you to come out of this fear. Okay, and don't make this affirmation. This is also unknowingly we make this affirmation. Okay, I'm scared to sit in for meditation. Just have a positive intention. Okay, my meditation session is great. Whatever answers I need, I'm going to get in this session. So sit with that strong intention and try when you're sitting for the meditation. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am.
Sanjay Gupta sir is raising hand.
Yes.
Hello, thank you. I'm from Delhi.
Hello, sir. Yes.
I've just attended this program. I mean, I think this is day 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Initially on day 1, I found it very nice. I find it as if, I'm just totally engrossed in this. But second day, I started feeling restlessness. Then thought of leaving it. But next day, I made up my mind, I have to go through it. I have to go through it, come what may. So today, I'm feeling somewhat better. There were moments I was feeling better, then there were moments I was feeling restlessness. But I just resolved to go through this process. So that is my viewpoint. Once I resolve to go through and pass through, probably I'll get more strength and more peace. This is what my understanding of this program. So,
yes, Sanjay sir. First of all, congratulations, and please pat your back that you believe in the process and you decided to stay back, right? So many, few of them at least, I know that, because what is happening is deep inside we have some kind of a fear or an anxiety feeling. Because of that we feel sometime, that restlessness in our sitting also, in during the meditation session itself. But during the meditation session, what is the difference is, whatever those feelings, even those low emotions what we are experiencing during the sitting, it comes, first of all, everything is safe. In, I think in meditation experience class, they would have explained, sir would have explained, whatever happens during our meditation itself, all the experience are safe. Yes, 100% safe. But because of that underlying, very deep inside, any kind of a fear, any kind of a anxiety or low emotion what we are carrying inside, that will come to the surface during our session. So that it goes away from it. That's why, see, second day or third day, you would have, that's what you expressed, you felt it, but again today you're feeling better. But what you're doing is absolutely wonderful, and it's right, sir, that you continue the practice. All of us, I'm sure, so Sonal ji is nodding her head, Kiran sir or Nidhi ma'am, we all have gone through this process initially, right? Sometimes, even now, some from youngsters, I get messages, I don't feel like sitting for meditation itself. So that's why we are in a group setting like this, so that we motivate and inspire each other to continue the process. So what you said is right, sir. We go through this process, but you understand the experiences, and you are in the right track. So thank you so much for continuing. Just trust the process and go through this. And whatever is happening during the meditation, that is because it has to go off, and which has to be right, which serves you, that will only stay with you eventually.
One more question. How does observing a breath helps?
Observing the breath. Okay. So
I mean, that is a fundamental of this meditation. Observe the breath.
yes, that's true.
So if my mind gets diverted, I come back to my breath.
Yes.
So
Wonderful.
how does
And
that
thank you so much for asking that, because that's a fundamental, like what you said. Observing the breath is something which is there in you, right? You don't need to carry anything now to meditate. That is the first point. Okay, even if you're sitting for to board a flight, or before your presentation, or before your exam, or before anything, you have that breath inside you, which you can observe. So it is simple and to follow. That's why we say this breath mindfulness meditation is for anywhere, anytime. You have one thing. The next point is, by observing the breath, what you're doing in this practice, you are thoughts are coming, we say observe. Even the thoughts, we say observe, but don't go with it, and come back and observe the breath. That there your efforts lie, right? And we don't say focus, we don't use the word focus or concentrate also, because we don't focus or concentrate, we don't forcefully do anything here. No forceful inhalation, exhalation, or no forcefully concentrating on your breath too. We observe. Even when the thoughts come, what we are doing, we don't say avoid the thoughts or go with the thoughts. We just observe and come back and observe the breath. So what we are training our mind is to come back and stay at the present moment. This practice, what you are doing with your closed eye, you will carry forward with open eyes too. That is, okay, 30 minutes or 1 hour in the 24 hours, you are in this practice. What about the rest of the hours, right? Of course, if you're sleeping also for some few hours, but what about the rest of the hours? It doesn't make sense if we are just closing our eyes and experiencing bliss state and everything, and once you open your eyes, you are in a different kind of an emotion, low emotions again, right? So the practice, what we are doing here, we are training our mind, come back and to the present moment. That is, come back and observing the breath. Come back to the present moment. So with your open eyes also, when your mind is going back to any kind of a past memory, okay, or future worry, your immediately this awareness will be there, and it will tell you, come back to the present moment. And how you are at peace only when you are at the present moment. You agree with me on, right? Peaceful state is achieved only when you are at the present moment. Even let it be a celebration also. Okay, you are experiencing happiness, you are celebrating, good, but coming back to the present moment is very, very important. Even in that state, you will understand when we go deeper into the concept. And one more thing, 2 points I mentioned. Now the third point is equanimity. You're observing your we are saying, don't have any craving or aversion towards your thought or towards your breath also. Oh, my breath is very subtle now. Oh, my breath is very aggressive. No conclusion, no judgment you are making during this practice. That's how what we express, right? That's how Chandra sir explained in the beginning, how you need to practice. That's why we are saying only observe. When the thoughts come also, oh, this thought is very nice. Let me stay with this thought for some more time. Oh, no, this thought I don't want. Let it go away. We don't hate anything or we don't love anything in this practice. So we maintain that equanimity. Some, I don't know, right? Equanimous mind, what we say. Yes. So it happens. So we maintain, we are in that neutral state. So this we carry forward with open eyes also. So that's why when I say we pause, reflect, we don't go into the survival mode unnecessary, right? Because of any kind of a mental stress, we don't go into that mode, because we are able to pause and reflect because we maintain that state, equanimous state. We maintain that state. So this is how this simple technique, but a profound practice. Not even a technique. We stop calling it a technique. It's a practice. What we do. It's a simple practice, but very profound. So whatever we are doing in our with our eyes closed, we will carry forward eventually when we open our eyes and when we are carrying out our daily activities too. Sanjay sir, I hope it is clear.
Thank you. It was very nice. Very nice. Just one more question.
Yes, sir.
How long should one meditate? Minimum and maximum.
How long? Did you say how long?
How long should one meditate?
Okay.
Minimum and maximum.
Maximum, no limit. Minimum is they say, and in the books also, and many masters have said that your age, like 10-year-old, 10 minutes of meditation, 50-year-old, 50 minutes of meditation, minimum. I'm talking about minimum. Maximum, no limits. 24/7, you want to meditate, please do. I mean, just saying, they do. People do that also sometimes. Now, intensive meditation retreat was just concluded. Today, yesterday it concluded in in Rishikesh, Rishidwar actually. And they did 10 hours of meditation they were doing. All the masters were there. So how beautiful is that? Even when I go to the Vipassana retreat, 10 to 11 hours of meditation I do. Even in our Amrit program, when we have Amrit program, we will let you know, sir. All the details will come to you. We do 3 hours of Akhanda Dhyan. So maximum, no limit. If you have time, I mean, depending on your work schedule and all that, you can plan. But yes, otherwise they say according the age, those many minutes, like I said, 50 minutes, 60 minutes. But at the beginning, if you're pressed because of your work schedule, but there is nothing called a pressed, it's all your intention. If you have the intention, you can do how many ever hours it's possible, because gradually the sleep time will reduce. 4 hours of sleep also, you will feel 4 to 5 hours of sleep, you'll feel very rejuvenated. That will be there, that you will experience moving forward. So based on that, you can decide, but at least 30 to 40 minutes for beginners, we say, meditate every day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For very nice explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for asking such wonderful questions, which is much needed for all the beginners. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nidhi ma'am, Sonal ji, Kiran sir. Anything? So, any other announcement? Otherwise, we'll wrap up the session.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sonal ma'am. Thank you, Kiran.
Thank you. Heartfelt gratitude to each one of you. So, we'll see you all in tomorrow's session. Thank you so much.